Hey everyone! So I've had a few more attempts at this challenge throughout this week, which ultimately didn't result me in completing any of these runs. If you're new to my channel, I'm completing all Pokemon mainline games using these self-imposed rules, dubbed as the Hardcore Nuzlocke rules before the release of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Over the last week, I've been thinking about this challenge a lot, and I've ultimately decided to change my strategy for Emerald. If you've watched the first episode of my series, you would know how much I love Mudkip. However, running Mudkip has caused many issues along the way. The main issue with running Mudkip is its water typing. You see, in Hoenn, there are so many water types that you can encounter, and most of these in Pokemon are potentially obtainable early game, such as Wingull, Marill, and even Lotad. If I get a couple of these Pokemon in the early game, it makes it incredibly hard later. You see, some trainers, which are normally mundane, are made very difficult if you don't have the right Pokemon at your disposal. So I've decided to no longer run the Mudkip. This leaves me two options, Trico or Torchic. General consensus tells you that Torchic would be the more favourable option. However, I actually believe the correct answer is Trico. There are so many Fire-type Pokemon available, and honestly, there aren't too many trainers with Grass-type Pokemon that you should really be threatening against to the point where you have to run a Fire-type Pokemon. And Fighting types, there are plenty of viable options, such as Heracross, Breloom, and Hariyama. However, there is absolutely no replacement for Sceptile, who is an exceptionally fast Grass Pokemon. Typically, due to Grass-type Pokemon mostly knowing recovery moves, it's typically a slow typing, and it benefits in that regard. However, Sceptile is incredibly fast, has 120 base speed, and therefore it's a very unique Pokemon in that regard. It's actually incredibly useful late game as well. It's good against Tate and Liza, except for the addition of the Natsu, and it's good against Juan and Wallace as well. This run started out fairly standard. I got a Poochyena, Wurmple, Shroomish, and Wishma, and a Nakata, who became the first 6 core members of the team. The Roxanne fight is not as smooth sailing with a Trico as opposed to Mudkip, but we made it with too many casualties. In the end, I actually used a Shroomish with Leech Seed and Absorb, and between those two moves, it pretty much just sustained all the damage that Nosepass could ever deal to it, making it fairly straightforward. Before leaving Rustboro City, we had to fight our rival. Her Torchic is actually incredibly difficult to deal with this type of a game, and I didn't have the best team for it. You see, 4 out of my 6 Pokemon are weak against Ember, and we actually ended up sacking one of our Pokemon in the process. We got kind of lucky though. You see, Torchic didn't use Ember much on Gecko, and eventually we used enough quick attacks to take it down. After that incredibly close encounter, we then headed to Granite Cave, where we went for our new encounter. And unfortunately, this is what showed up. What do we get? Aron. Oh, no! No, not this! Alright, we're gonna go for the Great Ball odds here. I don't have Ultra Ball! I don't have Ziggy! Ziggy didn't give me Ultra Balls! Alright, Aaron Jesus in chat! Oh, come on! After that unfortunate encounter, we then headed to Brawly's gym. And I'll probably try to use a setup move, because it sees that it's really weak, so I'll probably try to bulk up. Oh, that's annoying. 16. Alright, so if you recall from my last runs, there's only one damaging move that this... No. There's one Meta-type. I'm sorry, this Meta-type only has one damaging move, that's Focus Punch, right? So if I absorb here, I'm guaranteed to hit it, and I get the HP back that I lost. So I'm just gonna absorb forever here. Unfortunately, it did double screen, which is kind of annoying. I also want it to use all its potions up, so I'm happy to just sort of wait this out a little bit. Now, unfortunately, screens are still up, which is kind of annoying. It's bulking up. Okay, now reflect warding off. So this is actually going to do slightly more damage, but Citrus Berry is going to pop. Yep. Oh, no. Oh, pff, we're fine. We're so fine. This is I think this is a freebie, right? And this is why Wurmple is a good encounter. This gym is like guaranteed with Wurmple. Either side. You know, Dustox is really good. So is Beautifly. A Electric, not a Gulpin, not a Minu, not a Plusle. Oddish is okay. Oddish means that it's easier for me to the Safari Zone later, so I'm okay with an Oddish. But ideally, Electric. That's a Pooch. Again, we're running with Dupe's Claws, meaning that my encounter is still active. Okay, we take that. Could be a lot worse, to be honest. Crit one kill. What should we name Oddish? Probably some sort of plant-based name, right? Like a radish or something. How original, right? Turn it. We then versed our rival again. As you would know, if you've ever played this game, this fight is extremely tough. This Combustion can easily wipe out your entire team. I actually made a couple of misplays during this fight, using Bite against a Combustion, which is ineffective, on my Gyarados and a Mightyena. This led to a point in the battle where I decided that I had to sacrifice a Pokemon. So, Beautifly was honourable and took a hit and died in one turn. I then realised that I may still have to sacrifice a second, and so I sent out my Mightyena to get the second Intimidate off, and then use Bite, and it critical hit. If this critical hit didn't land, and Combustion didn't flinch this turn, that was also a Gone Mightyena. I was incredibly lucky to get out of this one alive. To close the day, I then took on Watson. This fight is much harder than normal, as I no longer have Marshtomp, who is a ground type immune to the effects of electric moves. The Watson fight wasn't too difficult. I led the fight with my Breloom Toad, who is actually a really good Pokemon, has high damage, and honestly, is just really perfect at this point in the game. But I didn't have to sweep the floor with this Pokemon. I had a unique strategy up my sleeve. I also had a Shedinja. Shedinja, if you don't know, has the ability Wonder Guard. This makes it so it can only take damage from the super effective moves. However, it comes at the cost of it having 1 HP. But luckily, the Manectric, Watson's ace, does not know any moves that can actually take Shedinja down, and with that, I was able to get the Dynamo badge without any problems or whatsoever. And with that, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to watch these live, you can follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I'm Beno. And yep, I hope I'll see you all next time.